In the bustling age of the 19th century, a shadow was cast over America's progress. As the country reveled in its industrial growth, a scandal was bubbling beneath the surface. A scandal that would leave a lasting imprint on U.S. politics and finance. This was the infamous Credit Mobilier Scandal. Our tale begins in the 1860s as the nation sought to connect its vast expanse by constructing the Transcontinental Railroad. This was a project of epic proportions, a dream that would bridge the Atlantic and Pacific coasts. However, in the midst of this monumental undertaking, there was lurking a sinister plot. Enter the Credit Mobilier of America. Though it might sound French, this was an American company, believed to be a simple construction contractor for the Union Pacific Railroad. Yet its true nature was far more complex and devious. You see, Union Pacific's executives, including the shrewd Oakes Ames, a congressman and businessman, and Thomas Durant, the vice president of Union Pacific, created Credit Mobilier as a shield. Their audacious plan was to bill Union Pacific, and thus the government, at rates far above the actual costs, siphoning off vast sums for themselves. But how could such a blatant swindle go unnoticed? The answer lies in the power of influence. Shares of Credit Mobilier, with its exaggerated profits, were discreetly distributed among top politicians, including none other than Schuyler Colfax, the vice president, and even James Brooks, a prominent member of the House of Representatives. These strategic gifts ensured their recipients' silence. The veil of corruption spread wide, ensnaring over a dozen congressmen. The very guardians of democracy were compromised, their pockets lined with the ill-gotten gains of the scandal. It wasn't until 1872 when an investigative journalist began pulling at the threads of this vast conspiracy that the covers started to unravel. The public was aghast, the whistle was blown, and soon, after the pages of the New York Sun shouted the story to the masses, the nation reeled. Investigations were convened. Oakes Ames, in defense, brandished a list of names threatening to expose all involved. Although he was censored by the House, many felt justice was not fully served. Careers, though tainted, continued. Trust, however, was harder to rebuild. The Credit Mobilier scandal remains a stark lesson in American history. As the nation grew, so too did its vulnerabilities. Yet even in the shadows of betrayal, the importance of integrity, transparency, and the media's role as the fourth estate were underscored. It reminds us, even today, of the constant vigilance required to protect the pillars of democracy.